Monday 2030, you drag yourself into your morning Zoom meeting still half asleep, only to see a suspiciously perfect-looking coworker join the call. No eye bags, no awkward mic issues, and definitely no small talk. Your boss beams, meet your new teammate in AI that works 24/7, never complains, and doesn't need coffee breaks. You smile politely while mentally updating your resume. And subscribe to GenShift if you've ever wondered, is AI here to take my job or just to show me up before I've even had breakfast? What AI can already do. AI isn't science fiction anymore. It's already reshaping the future of work. In the past couple of years, we've seen AI create and perform tasks once reserved for humans. For example, ChatGPT can draft emails, write essays, and even debug code on the fly. In fact, nearly 65% of workers have used ChatGPT or similar AI at work, and 90% say these tools save them time on routine tasks. That means AI is boosting productivity in many offices, sometimes doing in seconds what used to take hours. Creative tasks are no longer off limits either. Midjourney, a generative art AI, can paint stunning images from a text prompt. One AI-generated artwork even won first place in a state art fair. The judges didn't realize it was made by a machine. This sparked heated debate, with one artist tweeting, "We're watching the death of artistry unfold." If creative jobs aren't safe from machines, then even high-skilled jobs are in danger. And it's not just art. AI voice generators can clone vocals, and tools like GitHub Copilot help write computer code. Developers using AI copilots have been able to complete over twice as many projects compared to those coding solo. In short, AI can already chat, draw, write, and analyze, performing customer service chats, generating marketing copy, designing logos, and more. The line between human and machine output is blurring, and it's all happening right now. Jobs at risk. So what does this wave of automation mean for our jobs? Analysts say we're looking at a double-edged sword. On one hand, AI is automating the most repetitive entry-level tasks, the kind that early career Gen Z and Millennials often start with. For example, AI chatbots are handling more customer service queries, and software can sift through spreadsheets faster than any junior admin assistant. A recent Goldman Sachs report even estimated that up to 300 million full-time jobs worldwide could be impacted by AI automation. That doesn't mean everyone gets replaced, but it means nearly every job will change. Some roles are clearly more at risk than others, including jobs like office support and administrative roles. AI scheduling assistants, bookkeeping programs, and document bots can handle a lot of back-office work. Labor demand for office support jobs is projected to drop by about 18% by 2030, the steepest decline of any sector. Customer service and sales? Think of all those customer support chats that feel a bit too quick and scripted. AI is increasingly behind them. Demand in customer service is expected to fall around 13% as automated agents handle routine inquiries. Retail sales roles are also being augmented by self-checkout and AI recommendations. Junior creative and content jobs, entry-level graphic designers, copywriters, and content creators now compete with AI that can produce logos, articles, or social media posts in seconds. One tech writer noted that AI is already displacing many junior positions in design and film, essentially raising the barrier to entry for creative careers. Companies may hire fewer interns to draft copy or edit videos when a machine can churn out first drafts instantly. Even in fields like law and finance, AI can draft contracts or analyze data, potentially reducing some junior analyst roles. We're all asking, is my job next? Major businesses are certainly eyeing the cost savings. For instance, IBM's CEO announced a pause on hiring for jobs that AI could do, implying about 700-800 roles could eventually be replaced by AI at his company. It's a stark reminder that automation isn't a distant theory. It's a restructuring that's already underway. But before panic sets in, remember that technology revolutions have historically created new jobs even as they replace others. The question is, what human skills will still matter? Skills that still win. Despite AI's rapid advances, there are key abilities where humans still have the home advantage. Future-proofing your career means doubling down on the skills that machines can't easily replicate, at least not yet. So what are those skills? Strategic thinking and big-picture vision. AI is great at narrow tasks, but it lacks true judgment and foresight. Humans excel at making sense of ambiguity, defining strategy, and adapting to unexpected changes. We provide context and ask why not just how. An AI can crunch numbers, but deciding what goals to pursue, that strategic leadership remains a human forte. Creativity and innovation. While generative AIs can mash up existing patterns, the spark of genuinely original ideas is hard to automate. As one expert put it, the spark of true innovation remains distinctly human. We draw on imagination, personal experience, and intuition to create things the world has never seen. In fact, many organizations say creative thinking is only becoming more important in the age of AI. Jobs that require inventiveness and vision will always need real people. Ethics and empathy. AI has no morals or feelings. It follows the data blindly. Humans are needed to provide ethical judgment, understand social nuances, and show compassion. In areas like healthcare, counseling, or leadership, emotional intelligence and moral decisions are crucial. An algorithm might detect a problem, but a human knows how to deliver the bad news gently or resolve a conflict between team members. Our values and empathy are a competitive advantage. Leadership and collaboration, rallying a team, inspiring trust coaching, and mentoring. These require a human touch. Great managers combine domain knowledge with interpersonal skills that AI simply doesn't have. As of now, your boss is more likely to be a person using AI tools, not a robot CEO. Knowing how to work effectively with others and with AI is key. Strong communication and leadership will set apart those who rise in their careers even as automation expands. The takeaway: focus on human skills that augment AI. Rather than doing dull spreadsheet work, you might be interpreting AI-generated reports to make bold business decisions. Rather than hand-drawing 100 logo ideas, you let AI draft options and then you choose the winning creative concept. This blend of human creativity and machine efficiency is powerful. In fact, some have started saying that those who learn to use AI will replace those who don't. It's not about fighting the robots. It's about being the person who works with them. Gen Z versus Millennial Mindsets. Let's talk generations. Gen Z born roughly 1997-2012 and Millennials born 1981-1996 are both facing the AI revolution, but they're not all reacting the same way. Surprisingly, Millennials have turned out to be the most gung-ho about AI at work. A recent survey found 55% of Millennials said AI improved their decision-making and creativity, whereas only 21% of Gen Z workers said the same. In other words, many Millennials are actively embracing AI as a career booster. They feel it can reduce drudge work and even lower their stress. Over half of Millennials in that study believed AI could increase their earning potential too. Gen Z, on the other hand, shows a mix of optimism and ambivalence. This is the generation that grew up with Siri and automation everywhere, so they may take AI for granted. Fewer Gen Zers have felt a major impact from AI, yet possibly because many are early in their careers. Some Gen Z workers might not be using advanced AI at work beyond fun experiments on ChatGPT. As one expert noted, Gen Z tends to see AI as just the latest tech rather than a special skill to upskill in. They assume it'll be part of the tools like Google rather than something to specifically master. That said, both generations share some anxieties. No one wants to be left behind. Polls show most young professionals expect AI to impact their careers. It's just that Millennials are currently a bit more proactive about upskilling, while Gen Z is still finding its footing. Culturally, Millennials remember a workplace before AI and are hustling to adapt and stay relevant. Gen Z entering that already tech-saturated workplace might be quietly confident, but also warily watching to see if AI is friend or foe. The key for Gen Z and really everyone will be to stay curious and keep learning. After all, the second you take technology for granted, it tends to leap ahead. New career models. Here's the twist: the rise of AI might actually set you free to work differently. We're already seeing Gen Z and Millennials rethink the traditional 9-to-5 career path. In an AI-enabled economy, new career models are emerging, ones that value adaptability, continuous learning, and multiple income streams. Let's explore a few trends. The portfolio career. Remember, when our parents had one job at a time. That's fading. Many young workers now juggle multiple roles and side hustles instead of a single full-time gig. In fact, nearly 70% of Gen Z either freelance already or plan to. They might do a little coding on Upwork, run an Etsy store, and consult part-time all at once. Gen Z has embraced these portfolio careers more than any other generation. By diversifying skills and gigs, you build what one writer calls a unique skills stack that makes you harder to replace with one tool. You're not just a graphic designer, you're a designer/marketer/illustrator who can't be pigeonholed. This flexibility is a hedge against AI taking any one job. Plus, if a bot does take over one niche, you've got other streams to fall back on. Side hustles and bizzoomers. Side hustles are practically the norm now. About a quarter of Gen Z freelancers are moonlighters doing gigs on the side of a regular job. It might start as a passion project or extra income, but it can grow into a full enterprise. With AI tools, one person can handle what used to require a whole team, design a website, launch a product, market it on social media, all with AI assistance. The result? Even a 20-something can become a one-person business. Forbes has dubbed these multi-hat young entrepreneurs bizzoomers, half business owner, half consumer. They are comfortable switching between being an employee, a freelancer, and a CEO of their own mini startup. It's a very different mindset from locking into one employer. AI-human collaboration rather than AI replacing humans, we're seeing new roles focused on AI-human teamwork. Sometimes called augmented intelligence, this model pairs people with AI to balance out each other's weaknesses. Think of a marketing strategist who uses an AI to crunch customer data and generate draft ideas while she adds the creative brand vision, or a doctor in 2030 working with an AI diagnostic tool. The AI finds patterns and scans, the doctor makes the compassionate call on treatment. New job titles are popping up too: prompt engineers, AI ethicists, automation coaches. These didn't exist a few years ago, but now they're in demand to help companies implement AI responsibly. 81% of businesses say they need new skills to manage AI, and young professionals who can be the AI whisperers will find plenty of opportunities. The future might favor those who can ride the AI wave, not resist it. Importantly, Gen Z and Millennials are leveraging tech to design lifestyles as well as careers. Many value work-life balance and purpose, and if AI can handle the grunt work, that opens time to focus on more meaningful projects. One trend to note: about 61% of Gen Z freelancers are already using generative AI in their workflow, far more than their peers in traditional jobs. That tech-savvy approach means a solo entrepreneur can scale up faster. We're basically looking at a generation comfortable being both employee and entrepreneur, often at the same time, with AI as their always-on assistant. The traditional career ladder is giving way to a career web where you might move laterally, take on short-term contracts, and continuously update your skills. It's a future where learning never stops, and that could be a good thing. The more adaptable you are, the less likely you'll be caught off guard by the next wave of automation. Conclusion. Scene 2030, a Tuesday morning. A 27-year-old professional, let's call her Alex, arrives at her hybrid workplace. Her team's project manager is an AI that coordinates tasks overnight. Alex spends her morning co-creating a campaign with AI. The system drafts social media posts and data reports, while she adds the creative punchlines and strategic tweaks that only a human would know resonate. In the afternoon, Alex meets with a client using her emotional intelligence to read the room, something her AI assistant can't do. By 5 p.m., work is done. Alex heads off while the AI stays behind to prep tomorrow's research. She doesn't feel threatened by her AI colleague. She feels empowered. It handles the busy work, she handles the human touch. Together, they achieved more than either could alone. In the end, your coworker might be a machine, but your value isn't. If you adapt, you don't get replaced, you get promoted. So take a breath. The future of work isn't AI versus you, it's AI plus you. Embrace the tools, keep learning, and carve out the role only you can play. Like and subscribe, especially if you've ever trained ChatGPT more than your actual intern.